Nero's off for a new adventure. He, Uber, Iceman and Hannes are going to go and spend some time in the girls' winter turnout field, the 14-acre, because their field, Muddy Pool, doesn't have a lot of grass left in it now, and obviously they can't get into their own field in front of the house because all the work's being done. So they're going to have a week or two in the very big field. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what they make of it. There's Frey and Uber. Oh, it's exciting, isn't it? Now, because we haven't been down to start with to shut the gate into the long field, we've decided to walk them through, which is actually quite a good training opportunity for them to know that even in a big open space they have to walk sensibly. So Uber's being a good boy back there, and so far so good with Nero. So this bit of grass at the side is very long because this didn't get mown when it was all mowed for the haylage. As you can see, once we move away from the edges, grass is a lot shorter. What a good boy. So what we've done is we've shut off this gate, which is the gate to this 14-acre field, and then we have the long field in the middle here, which will separate the boys from the girls who can get down to that gateway over there. And that way we won't have any chatting over the fence line and the chances of them getting in with each other. Right, Frey, are we ready to let them go? Okay. They're probably just going to put their heads down to eat, aren't they? There we go. So this is the biggest space that Nero's been in so far, but I was really pleased given that he had a full day and night out yesterday with how good he was looking on that leg. And he wasn't in bed first thing this morning. I don't think he was he, Frey? So we'll leave him out here tonight and then I'll reassess and see how he is tomorrow. Angel Eyes and Iceman now going to join them. I think we might see a little bit more activity as they go off to find them. Yep, head straight down. Even though they saw where Nero and Uber are up there, the most important thing is their tummies. Isn't it, boys? Hopefully they're less likely to pull shoes off in this field, although Hannes's back ones are rattling. But we've got John coming on Wednesday to do some essential farrier work for us. And then with any luck, Chris will be back very soon. There we go. The girls have heard that there's something going on. You just see them through the trees there. The next move of the day is for these guys. Little Jubbers, Hoitze Poitze and little Principal. So Jubbers and Principal are both going to need their muzzles on. We're going to be opening up this area up here where you can see we've got a really dodgy gate, but we do have new posts in for a gate to be hung. Just haven't got round to that yet, but this will do Hoitze the world of good coming in here where there's lots more fresh grass. So you can see by the length of that why Principal and Jubbers are going to need their muzzle on. So this is the new gate that will be going on those new gate posts, but we've just brought it along to block off this top field where at the moment there aren't gate posts because we need to get holes dug in the rocky ground and put new gate posts in. But for now, this will keep them out of that top field because we don't want to go in there, because this line of fencing up here has been damaged and destroyed for about, at least 8 if not 10 years. But because we don't use this field a lot, it's one of those things that's very low on the list of priorities to do. Okay, Frey, I think they're ready to come through. Should we get Prince's muzzle on first?
Yeah.
Okay. In all these top fields up on the farm, we do get bits of ragwort growing through. So I'm just going to pull some of them out. I don't worry too much because there is plenty of grass in here that they're not going to feel the need to try and eat it because it is highly toxic to horses. But obviously we prefer to get rid of it if we can because it stops the seeds from spreading and additional growth the following year. So I'll get some of it out today, but that's a job that can be done as and when there's time. But for now, they're going to have plenty to eat in here. Okay, they managed to push the gate down before we were ready. Oh, Hoitze! Hidde got to have fun on the beach yesterday, and you get to have fun out here. Oh, has this made your day? It's a good Sunday. But you can hardly see Jubbers in all the long grass. Oh, it's very, very exciting. Yeah, it's not food, Hoitze. Do you think he's going to forgive you, Frey?
I don't know.
But it is, as you say, it is for his own good, isn't it?
Otherwise he'll cripple himself.
He will,
Yeah.
and then he won't be able to walk again.
No.
Oh, little Princey. while Frey and I have been shuffling horses around, Tamara, Mum and Bailey are planting the new tree that Mum got last week just in front of the cottage, and isn't it beautiful? That looks absolutely stunning.
It is beautiful. We need your strength.
I'll go and see if I can find any.
Woo! Strong mother.
Wow.
Woo!
How far?
I wouldn't
Well, it's
that's
solid.
far enough. That'll do. I think
Jesus.
that's pretty solid. Excellent. On the other side now. Oh, God, really?
Ha.
Why? Properly staking so they can learn to grow.
Yeah, no, because the wind will catch it there.
Yeah. What does staking do, Tamara?
Secures the tree in place. Do we have to tie it?
Yes, because otherwise the posts don't really serve a purpose.
They're just kind of an environmental thing then.
Oh dear.
That looks quite soft actually.
It is very soft.
This has still got a...
You can let go of it now. Can I? Yes, it has.
Is this the best one?
It is, unfortunately. It's the only one with a Sure. I'll hold it.
A bit lower down. So if you go down a bit lower.
Yeah. Is it straight, Bailey?
I don't know what straight looks like.
Or fails.
No.
Okay, let go.
It's going in. Let me just check. Yeah, it's going in straight. It's that way a bit.
Which way?
So
it needs
to come that way.
It's definitely going in.
Wow. Not far to go, only about another 6 inches.
Ha.
I think the post is going to split before.
I think it probably is. I don't think you're going to get there any further than
anywhere.
that.
No.
Let's have a look.
Even if you chop it off.
Yeah, I'll chop it
Yeah.
off there. I'll chop it
Is
off
that
there.
sturdy enough to hold it?
Let's
Yeah.
hope so. Let's hope so.
Do you want me to go in a little bit more?
I don't think it was
I
going
don't
any
think
further.
you will. I
No.
think it's rock there.
Yay!
Thank you.
We're just down in the barn field and they obviously realised that we were out here. Here's all the girlies. Niki Noo's on the left in her blanket, Zhao on the right without. Beautiful, graceful Doutzen on the left with Skinny Innie next to her, Renska in the fly mask and Yodel at the back in her fly sheet. They can hear Woody barking. I'm not going to pan round because Andy doesn't like being on camera. Oh, Innie, I'm getting you peeing on camera. There you go. Happy Sunday evening, everyone. I hope you've all had a weekend as lovely as we have with that beach walking on Saturday. The weather always helps and it's been beautiful weather today, so I hope you enjoyed those clips of Hoitze and Jubbers and Princicle moving up into their new pasture. We've also moved Ice, Hunnis, Nero and Uber into the 14-acre for a while, just to allow their paddock to rest for a bit. But I thought I'd show you these beasties. There's Annie in the hay hole. She's got her fleece on because she's had a Sunday evening bath. Then we've got Maaike here, who was obviously out on the beach yesterday. She's been snoozing most of the day, haven't you? Eh? And then round here in the stable, there's the little old man himself, Floppy Doo. He had a night in last night. He's been out and he's pottered around the yard all day. And he's just going to have another night in next to little Mabel, who's still next door. But as you can see, he's quite bright and happy. None the worse for all that fun he had on the beach yesterday. Here's little Pepper, little Maybelline. She's bored of being in now, but because she's pulled a shoe off of her bad foot that she fractured last year, she's having to stay in until we can sort out getting her feet done. We've got a pretty busy week ahead of us. It's turning into a week of lots of healthcare for the horses. So we start off tomorrow. We've got Sam here, our vet, all day. And Sam, one of his specialist subjects in veterinary care is actually dentistry. So he's always looked after the horses' teeth. And he's not been here for a while doing them. But thanks, obviously, to all your support, we're able to do a lot more of this for the horses now. And he's going to be working his way through all of them. I'm also going to ask him to take a look at Hannes, who you may remember whilst I was away, he went lame. He's definitely moving better now, but I am just going to get him to check him out. He's also going to take a look at Annie, because before I went away, she wasn't quite right. I hopped on her the one day and she just didn't feel 100% sound, even for her. And I was hoping that by having a couple of weeks of really doing nothing and just resting, that she'd be better. But I took her into the arena to do a little bit of groundwork with her a couple of days ago. And she was quite clearly telling me that she wasn't happy and that she was uncomfortable. And I'm pretty sure that it's either in her shoulder or in her knee. Are you trumping, Mabel? That's charming. So I'm going to ask Sam to take a look at her. You know, she's not horrendously lame, but she's definitely not quite right. So as long as we can drag her away from the hay hole and stuffing her little tummy tomorrow, we'll get Sam to take a look and see what he thinks. But I suspect that we might have to look at getting some x-rays done or some other kind of scans or imaging to find out what it's all about. And as Maaike is itching her ears, which some of you will know she's had quite a few problems with recently, and it's one of the reasons why we're looking at changing our feed. I'll tell you the other thing I'm sorting out this week is I'm getting the final plan together of the new feed that we're going to be giving them, and I'm just liaising with the company Thunderbrook, who do all these far more natural feeds with no genetically modified products in, no additives, no nasty fillers and no added sugars. And I'm hoping that once we get them all switched over, particularly the itchy ones like Maaike, like Hidde, like Annie, that we're going to start seeing quite a difference in their skin health. Maaike's also going to be having her first session with Rachel Hamer, the cranial chiropractor, who's been in and done sessions with Nero, with Ren, with Iceman, with Annie already. And now it's going to be Maaike, Doubtson and Hidde's turn. Iceman is also going to have a follow-up. So Jodie, although it's her birthday on Tuesday and she's having the day off, she's going to come in and make sure that she finds out from Rachel how Iceman's doing after his first session and after all the exercises that she's been doing with him. So as I say, it's going to be a busy week, and obviously we'll do our best to get as much footage for you so that we can share it with you all. That's all from me this evening. I'm going to head off and go and finish my spreadsheet of feeds so that I can get an order placed this week to get the first lot of stock in so that we can get all the horses switched over to this new feed. And once it's all done, Freya is planning to get it all up on the website. So for those of you who very kindly contributed towards their feeds before, you'll be able to go on there, check out all the different products and see which ones that you want to support. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning now, and being up at the static, all I could hear from my bedroom was lots of galloping around. So I was slightly concerned that Annie and Maaike had managed to get in with Hoitze and Jubbers and Princicle, but I've come down to the yard here and Annie's there and Maaike's just round the corner, but I can still hear galloping up the top, so I'm going to have to go up in the dark and see what's actually going on up there. Well, I'm relieved to say those little sleepy eyes are Hoitze's. So it's actually not him galloping around, which I'm very relieved about. He's actually back in the top field. You can just see the barn down over there. We've got a full moon tonight, so it must be the next door neighbour's horses that are galloping around. So I've got out of bed for nothing. Eh, Hoitze? Shall I let you sleep now? Are you enjoying watching the moon? I'll take that light out of your eyes. He's a good boy. You're sensible, really, eh? Aren't you? What a beautiful evening.
We're thankful for the love and the happiness we chase. Sun is shining brightly, sky so blue and clear. With every breath I take, I'm grateful you are near. So grateful, yeah. Thank you for the laughter, thank you for the tears.